Hello guys, welcome back. It's part 24 of Hogwarts Legacy. So we're just going to jump straight into it. So we did the haunted quest. And we've unlocked some new clothing, or some new clothing designs. So we're going to have to take a look at those. So we did get where is it? The Shopkeeper's Ensemble. Not too bad, not too bad. We should have received a cloak as well, or a jacket of some kind. This one? Shopkeeper's coat. Yeah, okay, actually, yeah, I quite like that. I quite like that. Let's see what it looks like with some other pairings. That's quite a good match. I mean, yeah, the Shopkeeper coat is awesome. It seems to just pretty much go with anything. Maybe not that. But no, yeah, we're going to go with it. We're going to go with the Shopkeeper's Ensemble. I believe we got a hat as well. Shopkeeper's hat. Lovely. Yeah, we're going to rock this. We're going to wear this. Nice little mask. That's quite cool, but this thing creeps me out a bit, the Niffler mask. But yeah, we're going to go back to, I think maybe give him some glasses again. I really like these, so we're going to stick with that. So yeah, this is our new look that we're going to go with, the Shopkeeper look. So if we head to our quests, we should have a few. So we've got another broom race. We need to speak to Poppy. We need to speak to Natty. And we also have a main quest in the map chamber. So we haven't seen Natty for a while, and she is just outside Hogsmeade. So I think maybe we'll go speak to her. Although, let's first just check out the shop. So we can talk to Penny, and we can actually sell stuff. So
you'd like Penny to sell for you?
yeah, I've got you some gloves, mate. And I think we can probably go back in there. Yeah, we can, but I'm not going to. Or is that just a chest now, do you think? I know it is. It is just a chest, so wonderful. Unidentified legendary hand item. So actually, I just want to quickly run into the room of requirement, because I do have a few things up there brewing. I have, I want to check out what that new item is. So yeah, we've got some moonstone. So I've got lots of things just brewing away that we they brew on their own, so I just sort of let them go. Let's identify this gear. No good. Okay, so yeah, wasn't anything too important. Hold on, missed one. Got some cabbages. Perfect. There we go. Should be a little bit more stocked up now. So yeah, let's head back to Hogsmeade. And where is she? It's not that one. There she is. So she's just outside Hogsmeade. So I'm going to go here, and I'll tell you why. Because I want to test out this new broom upgrade, which we've not had a chance to do yet. So let's hop on the broom and... Okay, cool. Yeah, so it is actually... It actually does feel a lot quicker. I think it lets us go a bit higher as well, which is really cool. So hopefully we can do more of those broom trials, which will help us out.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
I see how it is. Did you see that? Did you clock that? So she wants me to go and put all the legwork in and talk to all the things. She's going to go to the pub. So, where have we got to go? I believe, yeah, there should be someone in the Three Broomsticks. So we're heading to here.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Yes. Let's head upstairs. There she is.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Okay, so that was some interesting information. So her husband has actually been kidnapped, which is probably up to us to go and rescue him. It usually is.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check that.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping, and I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
Okay, so we've got a lot of...
How to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
We've got a couple of kidnappings, so I'm assuming this one's going to be the same. I wonder if we can get them all in one go, or if it's going to be 3 different quests.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Interesting. A lot of information. A lot of information. Helpful, of course. We'll see what we can do with it. See what Natty's found out as well. Hopefully put it all together and save some people. That's what we...
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head.
Oh dear.
Perhaps I'll find her there.
Perhaps not. Don't worry, Natty, I'm coming.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way.
I've got to go find her.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward.
Arresto remembered. Accio.
A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Okay, so there's some optional things which
Revelio.
I think makes sense. I think we should definitely get those because they might help us. Like it says optional,
Let's
but
be sure I'm not seen.
I think they definitely will help. So we're going to try and explore as much as we can and try and find those.
Using that girl as bait. That one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Revelio.
Be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
That's what you think, mate. So I noticed there's a lot of stuff up here, which I think might be some of the collectible stuff. See, I'm trying to be stealthy, but I do feel like maybe I should just fight these guys.
Revelio.
So there's a chest there, but is it going to be useful?
More times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves. Girls be nothing
Oh dear.
but trouble. About time.
Revelio.
I brought every fountain vendor that passed through here. What?
So we may not be able to do it completely stealthy, but the more we take out, the better chance we stand. So I'll wait for him to move, and then I'm going to move up.
Or lower Hogsfield that we raided last week.
Don't worry about it, mate.
Revelio.
I shall be shining in Rookwood's eyes when he sees what I'm capable of.
Okay. So even though they're optional, I wonder how obvious they're going to be. Oh, come on. Okay. Been rumbled, so let's go.
Incendio.
Shut up.
Knew you were still hanging about.
See now. I wonder if they patched that out, because you used to be able to, if you used Imperio, it used to be that if you used Imperio, you could actually use Petrificus Totalis and it would just take them out. But yeah, they may have patched it. I'm not sure how intentional that was, but... So, I do want to find these optional things, but... struggling.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
There's one.
No, you're there.
Revelio.
I'm not the one. I'm not the one.
You're easier to spot than an eruption.
Yeah, well, you're easier to kill, so...
And he must be here somewhere.
See, I feel like if I go through there, I'm going to miss the optional stuff, so... If I can figure out how... Oh, there's literally stairs.
Otto Dibble's love letter.
There we go.
He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand over here.
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Revelio. Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you've been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Revelio.
That seemed pretty normal.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Lumos.
Lumos.
So I think I was supposed to
Let's
sneak,
find Officer
and
Singer and put an end to Harlow.
I didn't. But I got the job done. I'm efficient, okay? I'm not the sneakiest wizard, but I'm efficient.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashfinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
No problem, mate.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Leveled up once again, which is always nice. I don't think we've got time to do the trial, but we do have time to meet Poppy. So let's go and meet Poppy. And we need to speak to the centaurs, and hopefully they're going to help us rescue the Snidgets.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Good luck, mate.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere? There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fun.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran?
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Okay, so that's that. I think we just have to wait for her to contact us now. However, as I said, I don't think we've got time to do this. So perhaps let's see if there's any... See if there's any side quests. Let's go speak to a few people, pick up a few things, and see where it leads.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
So we need to speak to Crispin Dunn. It should be in the Three Broomsticks. Although I don't know why I'm going in this way.
I'm sure you had your reasons, but breaking into Alfred Lawley's home wasn't the brightest.
Oh, I do hope Mary and her neighbours aren't harmed.
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely, but I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn, by the way. I trade in the surrounding hamlets. Do the most business in Arranshire. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens. Just the other day, the Daily Prophet ran an article on its scenic hedgerows. Actually, before I go on, I should ask. Are you afraid of spiders?
You wouldn't know it by how many I've killed lately, but honestly, I'm terrified of spiders.
Lucky you. Sounds as though you've been able to overcome your fears to a degree. You may not like what I have to say next. The hamlet's overrun with the vile things, and are acting abnormally aggressively.
I'm concerned about my customers, of course, but it appears that most of the hamlet's residents fled to safety. It's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard from her, and I fear she's trapped in her cottage.
Understandable, but why don't you check on her yourself?
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the eight-legged beasts, which I, unlike you, seem incapable of conquering. I don't know what to do. Can you think of anyone who can help Mary?
I'll try my very best, Mr. Dunn.
Please do. If you can think of anyone that may be brave enough to help, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. They'll find Arranshire southeast of Hogsmeade, just below the train station.
check on Mary
That troll in the
Portman.
village circle. You certainly made an impression.
So if we go and do that, we need to rid them of the spiders. So that's interesting. Don't think there's any more in Hogsmeade. So let's check out Hogwarts. There is one just here. There's a Hufflepuff in the astronomy wing who seems upset about something.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Was it what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
Okay, so this seems like a.
Bells are just inside in the bell tower.
So this seems like a fairly simple, nice little task. So yeah, let's go do that now. So we can actually fast travel to the bell tower. Although we may have already been there, which... yeah, I think that... So if we head on up... Yeah, I think we're already there.
Revelio.
So is this the music room, I'm assuming?
Bells must be upstairs.
There we go. Okay, so let's grab the bells.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Found them. One up, one to go.
Revelio.
There it is.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Well, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't.
There we go. That was nice and simple. Nice and easy. A bit of XP. Why not? So she should be exactly where we left her.
Duncan owes his reputation to you.
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Ah, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
So we unlock something that we can hang up in the room of requirement. So yeah, let's see. We'll do one more. Let's go and do... Summoner's Court's always fun. I like the Summoner's Court. So let's go and tackle that. And then... Yeah, we've got a lot to do. The next one, we're going to do the final trial next time. That's going to be fun.
Hello. Are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win.
So these have gradually gotten harder. So I'm not quite sure how well I'm going to do, but I can definitely do better than that. We'll see. No, stay on. Ah.
Such grace.
Okay, maybe I can't. Honestly, mock me again. See what happens.
Precisely as planned.
Okay, so I need to try and get it onto the blue. Stay. Yeah.
Stick me with a billywig. I'll never top that.
You're right. So, how do I play this? So I don't want to knock hers too much. I only need 30 to win. So let's just go for it.
You almost beat me there, but I almost beat you too.
Okay, so I inadvertently caused a draw, which is better than nothing. But we can beat her. I know we can beat her. I was a bit
Care for another round?
overzealous with the first one, so we'll try again.
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit.
So a lot of it's all about the angles, so as long as you get the angle right, you can usually get a good score. So like that angle right there should be pretty nice. So I'll just catch the edge of it and it should be fine. There we go.
Stick me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Precisely as planned.
You're not beating me. You're not beating me.
Nice technique. Accio.
Okay, so what do I need to win?
Precisely as planned.
I only need 10, so should be quite easy.
Nice technique. Wow, you are good.
I know.
I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I practice as much as I can.
Practice, eh? I suppose I could try that. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
Perfect. I do think we're going to call it a day there. We did some quite important stuff. We met with the centaurs. We rescued Natty. We rescued people. I can't remember what the lady's name was, but we rescued her husband. So yeah, we've done quite a bit actually. I do want to tackle the next main quest in the next part, though, because I believe it's the last trial. So it's interesting to see where that leads. So thank you so much again for joining me, guys. I will see you again next time. If you did enjoy it, like, subscribe, comment, all that lovely stuff, and I'll catch you again soon. So thank you so much. Goodbye.